Alright, let's get started. Hey guys, what's up? It's Mickey here. Today we're gonna talk about how to make the most of your combos from multiple situations. Now, for example, I've noticed quite a lot of people don't know how to take advantage of the presence of the wall, to incorporate it into their combos besides doing the biggest combo, reaching the wall and doing your wall combo. But sometimes it's not always that simple. Like, you can't do your BNB from every single man. That's some jack inconsistency, don't mind that, it's gonna happen a lot. For example, like from there I can't end my combo in the same way. I'll need to adjust it because the wall is much closer. So we're gonna talk about the best ways to optimize your wall combos and just combos in general. Hey Nick, what's up? Thank you so much. I swear I will never remember to do that myself. Oh my goodness. Anyway, wow, how do I still not remember to do that? Anyway, wall combos, optimizing. First thing I want to talk about is just the basics, to keep it simple. A lot of characters have undergone a lot of changes from seasons 1, 2 and 3. So I've noticed some people are still doing combos that we do from season 1. Now, for example, Jack's combo can easily be done as this, and this is fine. You'll still reach the wall, you'll still get your wall combo, blah 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 blah. But if you don't advance with the times, you're missing out on damage. One of Jack's new updates is ending with 4, the 1 2 1. Gives 1 point of damage, but a different kind of WallCarry situation. Now, since the damage is quite similar, you might be wondering, well, I can just stick to the normal one because, I mean, it's basically the same thing. And you wouldn't be wrong, but there are times where you need to think of which one will be better. For example, now as we saw before, both combos reach the wall very easily. I could have easily gotten my wall combo there. But if I just do one simple backdash, then this combo, the updated one, is not going to reach the wall. But the old one will. So what does this mean? I mean, it just means you need to be more aware of what you need to do, when to do it, and why. It's not, you can't make all your combos a one-size-fits-all kind of situation. You always need to keep adapting and adjusting to the spaces. And let's talk about those two wall carries for a second. Though we'll expand on them later. Notice how this one sends them upwards and forwards to the wall, while this one pretty much sends them like straight toward the wall. It like hits him towards the wall. We're gonna get to that later. There are times where one is better than the other, but for now, let us talk about wall combos while we're on that topic. And for that, we're gonna use Josie and let's pick Paul. Now this is one of the most important parts of this video, but it's all important. But basically this segment is going to be about wall combos. Oh man, I love that song. Now, if you pick up a character and you're like, okay, let me test out some wall combos. I've seen some cool ones on YouTube, let me test them out. And I'll give you 2 for Josie, for example. She has jab into this string, gives me 47 damage, and she has back 4 3 4, which gives me 51 damage. So I look at that and I'll be like, oh, then that one is clearly better than the other. And you wouldn't be too wrong about that. She also has this new one, the season 3 one, jab into this new string, which gives 50 damage, not as much as this one. So automatically someone is going to think, oh, this one is more damage, this is the best one to do all the time. But that's not the case. There are times where your wall combo will change in damage. How do I put this? Your rankings for the wall combos, you have like, you know, your highest damage one and your lowest damage one, but it's not always going to be that way depending on the type of combo situation. Let's see, we had this one which gave us 50 damage, and then back 4, 3, 4 which gave us 51 damage. But look what happens if, let's imagine I did a combo, but my combo has a 1 hit. So I've hit them, that's my combo, and then I do the wall combo. Back 4, 3, 4. I get 42 damage. That's fine. What if I do the other one? Combo into wall combo. I get 43 damage, which is higher than the other one. Let's try add more hits to the combo. Like 4, 3, 4. 43 damage. The damage hasn't changed. What about this other one? Oops, I didn't delay it. 45 damage. What's not happening? This was the highest damage wall combo at the beginning, but now this one, which was low damage here, is now becoming the max damage one. And there's a lot of variables to that, but I'll give you the short version. You see, when I hit them against the wall with this down 4-2, it says there, if you can see, that it's 10 damage. And then my jab, it'll say it's 3 damage. But in total, I've done 15 damage. Now, 10 plus 3 will never be 15. Except in this case. But why? Where is the extra 2 damage coming from? Well, every time you hit them against the wall, every time their back is hit against the wall, that's 1 extra point of damage. So the more hits your combo has, I've done 4 hits there, so I've gotten 4 extra points of wall damage for free because I'm hitting him against the wall. And that's always something to keep in mind, because after a long combo, let's restart from the default. After a lengthy combo like this, I'm gonna want more of those extra hits or those low wall hits. There I got 83 damage, but if I use the other one, I get 81 damage. It's less damage. That's just one example. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but my point for today is that you need to know which combos to do when. Your max damage wall combos are not always going to be your max damage wall combos. The variables even get different when rage is involved. Oops, what was I doing? Back 4, 3, 4. This does 55, and here it does 55. Now they're doing equal damage, yet before one was more damage than the other. So when you're labbing, welcome Vega, what's up? When you're labbing your wall combos, don't just do your wall combo, you hit them against the wall, see what does the most damage and say, that's the one I'm going to be doing. There is one for every situation. Some characters are lucky that their one wall combo is a combo for all the situations, like Kazumi for example. I think she has like the most perfect wall combo. It's always the max damage, it's always gonna be the one with the best frames. It's just fantastic all around, though it doesn't work on every character. Alright, I hope I haven't lost anyone so far. Then we move to, we're done with that for now. Let's move to an open stage. Now I want to talk about what if there's no wall involved. How do you make the most of your combos when there's no wall present? For that I'm going to use Lee. Now another thing I've noticed, and this isn't just in this community, I've noticed everywhere. Most Tekken players, especially people who play very many different characters and they haven't really internalized the characters like setups and all that, they're always churning out max damage. Once they see it's an open stage, it's just max damage, I'm always going to do max damage. But you don't want to be doing that. You don't want that to be you. You need to be better than just, you know, a combo machine. This is his B&B. 62 damage. I've done my combo, I've gotten my damage, I'm happy. But thank you, Furious, for confirming the sound is okay. It's not gonna be a loading screen stream, I promise. I'm even almost done. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes. Just because you're in an open ground, I mean, the wall is gonna get in your way. That means you have free range to do whatever combo you want. But that doesn't mean you have to keep doing your max damage combo all the time. And here's why. We've seen that BNB does 62 damage, but look how far away it leaves them from me. Literally sends them flying across the screen. That's pretty much full screen. And I need to still keep playing Tekken. I mean, Tekken hasn't stopped. If I haven't won the round, I need to now work my way back in and then now start playing again. And the problem with that, especially the character like Lee, who plays most effectively from here, maybe here at most. No, you stay where you are. He wants to be at this range. But then if I've sent him far away because I wanted, you know, my max points of damage. But it doesn't have to be that way all the time. I can do this instead. For example, if I want Okizame, I can end my combo with that. Now I've left him much closer. Much closer. You'll see that I did 57 points of damage, and you think, not even breaking 60 damage, is that even worth it? But the other combo I was doing did 62 damage. This one is doing 5 points less of damage. And just for comparison's sake, 5 points of damage is this. This is all I've sacrificed from my combo. So I shouldn't look at that 5 points like, ah man, that's such a waste of damage. That's just a dick jab's worth of damage, and for that, what I've gotten is a much better situation for me. A much better situation for me. Let's give some more examples. What if my character is what if my opponent is trigger happy and likes waking up with such stuff? If he wakes up with a kick, okay, no. Ignore that. If he wakes up with a mid kick, there is no way. Okay, there I could have punished it, but I had to really be. In fact, I'm in the middle of a running move. I have to punish it with a running move, unless I run, stop, and punish it. But then, if I leave him much closer, he whiffs that, and I punish it super easily. In fact, nothing he does from there is gonna connect. Nothing is gonna connect. I've only lost 5 points of damage, but I've allowed myself the opportunity to get even way more damage, because once they whiff something silly like that, I get another launch, and that's another who knows how much damage. But if I keep ending my combo like this every single time, I'm not going to be able to capitalize on that all the time. But what do you mean Oki sucks? If I end it, Wallstony 2-3 is better because it has more plus frames and it leaves them in the air longer, but it's still sending them way further than I would want. Way further. Anyway, you've distracted me. The point I was getting at, or rather the next point is, what if my opponent isn't trigger happy? You know, not everyone is going to try and wake up with a get up kick, so if it doesn't do anything punishable, how am I going to punish it? But Oki doesn't end there. It doesn't end with the opponent making a mistake. In fact, the opponent doing the right thing is often good. You'd want your opponent to... where's tech roll? Most people, when they're being comboed like this, they will tech roll. They'll tech roll immediately. There are setups for that. Many characters have setups for that. Lee's most common one is to tech roll, is to do the slide. Now, this combo If I stop it here, that's 52 damage. The full BNB is 62 damage, so that's 10 points less of damage. But if I add the slide, which is 22 damage, now I'm doing 72 damage in total. I don't know if you're catching what I'm pitching here. I have sacrificed 10 damage, which is the damage of a jab, but then I've gained 22 points of damage and a much better position. A much better position. You know? And one good thing about this sort of setup, they can't low parry it. This is Lee specific though, for any Lee players in the chat. They can't parry this, and if they block it, they can't punish it either, because Lee goes away. He slides away. So that's like a, it's ironclad, airtight tech trap. You lose nothing. You lose 10 points of damage. A jab is, you lose this much damage. That's it. That's all you've lost, with the potential of gaining much more. But most people don't think of it that way. They just look at it like, ah man, he didn't reach 60. I really wanted to hit 60. I didn't get 60. That's a wasted combo. But it's not. And we're not done. 52. 74. Thank you. My goodness. Okay, I need to be looking at my notes. Yes, 74. I'm embarrassing myself. Anyway. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. That covers tech roll, but there's multiple ways of getting up in this game. Multiple ways. Let's look at the safest way of getting up. A back quick roll. This is just simply holding back and standing up. How can I use this to my advantage? The best way, and not every character can do this, but the best way to use this to my advantage, if I know my opponent is one who holds back, I will end with a move that flips them over, or just a move that puts them in an uncomfortable situation. Because normally just holding back is like the safest thing to do, but not all the time. The way he held back there, it's very easy for me to, oh my goodness. It's very easy for me to back roll catch him. No, there's something I haven't put properly. Yes, I think it's this. I think it's this. No extra back two. There we go, there we go. It's super easy. Super duper easy. That is a back roll catch, because they're waking up backwards. They can't block that. How he was blocking it from this, I'm not sure what's going on here. He's like standing up. No one gets up like that. In any case, listen. In any case, if I do mess it up, okay, not like that. Oh my gosh. If I do mess it up, I'm plus. Wow. If I do mess it up, I'm plus. But I'm not planning on messing it up. No one gets up like that, I assure you. You see, let's assume this is a perfect situation. This is just an example. The combo did 54 damage. The combo did 54 damage. Is Moobot still posting that bracket? And then this move by itself does 26 damage. So 54 plus 26 is, I know this, 80 damage. Now my combo has done 80 damage. Before I was just doing 62, doing the max damage. It's guaranteed, yes. but it limits your potential of continuing. Even okay, that will never happen, but once this connects, it still leaves me in a better position than what my BNB was leaving me. It's not sending them all the way that far. I can run in much easier. Damn, that was really loud. I hope shut up, all of you. You're just spoiling everything. Now the fourth and final Oki situation I want to talk about. Some people just want to press nothing. They don't tech roll, they don't back quick roll, they just press nothing. What is going on out there? 1 second. Gosh, can't do anything in peace. Listen, you guys are not listening, and that's a problem. That's always been your problem. If I know my opponent is not gonna press anything, now that is reset territory. You stop the combo halfway, delay the down two, Michael. Now that's a reset. And now with the reset, I should even try this now that nothing is working on camera. I've even dropped it there. Oh my goodness. Anyway, no, let me just, for completion's sake, bear with me. Oh my gosh. I can get 5 of those. I promise I can get 5. Actually, I do this better on player 2. But let's assume I've done the combo. The combo gave me, I stopped at 52 damage. And then I get my resets. And then I get my resets. Three, 4, come on. Come on. This is super easy, I promise you. Anyway, I'm not a lead player. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get 5 of those into a 4-2-1, and that will be an extra 42 damage. So in total, I'm doing 94 damage. And before, I was only doing 62. Come on, just once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 42 damage. Maybe you can get more, but I'm gonna stop there. I've embarrassed myself enough. Back 3-3 works as well, but the problem with back 3-3, there's many ways to reset. You can even reset with down forward 4. What do I want? Stand up. The reason I prefer down 2 is because down 2 does 18 damage. Back 3-3 does 9 and some other single digit, 15. That first 9 makes the scaling go down way harder. Same with down forward 4. This just does the most damage, so that's why I prefer this. But they all work. They all work. That's 13. That's 12. Okay, that was 13 because it was 2 hits. And that's 11. That's why I prefer down to. Anyway, away from this, onto simpler things. We're almost done. Almost done, is what I said an hour ago. So we've talked about WallCarry very briefly with Jack. We're going to expand on that a bit. I just wanted to brush on that a little bit before I come to our queen. No customs. Let her fight Ganryu. Excuse me. Now, the main problem that people have with WallCarry, especially with characters like Julia, who have these complex combos. I'm guessing someone spends so much time labbing the combos that they get so excited when they finally get a launcher they just want to do that combo. So they get the hop kick and then they just want to do the B&B. And then they're happy. I did it, and I did it online. Props to me. But I have sacrificed a lot of damage in my excitement, in my autopilotness. Like, this is the B&B, and then that's the tailspin. Well, then look where it leaves him. He hasn't hit the wall, which is problem number 1. Problem number 2, look where it's left me. So my options for wall combos in that situation are very limited. And something I've noticed almost all Julia players do is just be content with and it shouldn't be. You should never be content with doing that as your wall combo. That is so much damage you're throwing away. If you were to do this, there is this option. Beautiful damage, 80 damage. Before I was doing 64. Now I've added plus 15, 16 extra points of damage, all because I was a bit more aware of what's happening. There's this other option, a deep forward one to the standard wall combo, 79 points, decent damage. There's those options, but that's still not as good as I could be doing. In my autopilotness, I have forgotten that I don't have to tailspin at that point of the combo every time. I don't even have to tailspin. I don't. I really don't. I can get into the well in so many ways, but people decide to not consider that. Let me give you some better examples of what you could do. If I've already started, then I realize, oh shit, the wall is right there. Tailspin with that. Now there's space between him and the wall. Now I can get into the wall in a much easier fashion. Even this should work. Yeah, that works. And I get my wall combo. What was it? Max damage. I need the damage comparison. 85 damage. That's 5 extra points of damage. All because I just decided to be like, the wall is right there. Let me just switch a small thing. Just a tiny thing. And then it's nothing but profit. And it doesn't even stop there. Julia has fantastic wall combos. The problem now with this is a max damage wall combo, but that wasn't guaranteed. I have to do it from a certain distance. So again, I need to optimize even further. I can choose to do this, keep it simple. Now I have the time to do my max damage. That's 74 plus 16, that is 90 damage. That is 90 damage. 90. All because I'm just changing very small things to make the most of a situation. And that's just something you really have to do when you're playing Tekken, especially with a character like Julia. And there's many characters like this. Now that every character's BNB has monumentous WallCarry, you can't always be taking them to the farthest wall possible with every combo. You need to adjust for sometimes the wall is right here, sometimes the wall is to the left, it's to the right. You always need to adjust for these things so that you're always getting max damage despite the wall being right here or all the way across the screen. What if you do forward 4-1 after launch, then shotgun into spin? There's very many combo routes, that works as well. But the point here is the WallCarry. But something I would like to point out that I never see Julia's ever do is tailspin super early. I don't know why Julias don't like doing this. This does 20 damage. You want such moves at the beginning of your combo. This also does a lot of damage, 24 damage, but you can't use it after that launch. You can, but it's really hard. But since Julia's WallCarry is so good, she doesn't even need the tailspin, so get rid of it. And then WallCarry with other things. I've hit the wall. And I'm doing more damage at that, now that I've added heavier hits into my combo. I messed that up. Hit it. Okay, I'm doing it too early. I'm getting too excited. Oh, come on. It's super easy, I promise you. It's just, I'm just used to doing it online, that's why. 79 plus 16, I've added another 4 points of damage to my combo. All because I'm just changing such small things. I'm getting more damage. Rather than autopiloting and then getting 64 damage. 64 minus 90, what's the difference there? A lot. It's a big difference. So you always need characters, especially characters with such fluid combos, you need to be maximizing them. You need to be maximizing them. I spent so much time looking at how to convert from that combo you have to backdash. Yeah, backdashing makes it easier. You can sidestep as well if you want. You can also use wild running 3, but it's much harder because it's like a just frame. But yeah, backdashing is the easiest. Why is Moobot still logged on? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're done with that. Now onto the last bit. The last bit. Let's just switch Julia to big man over here. Now, stay with me. Don't leave. This is important. The reason I'm choosing Fakumram is now I want to talk about the types of wall carries. Because there's very many ways to send your opponent to the wall. And he has some of the best, not really some of the worst, but he has the examples I need. The first thing I need to point out, when you're taking your opponent to the wall, you want them to hit the wall before starting an approach. You want them to hit the wall where you want their feet to be above ground, because if they're below ground, they're gonna fall very fast. So this whole segment is gonna be basically what are the best moves to make sure your opponent's feet are above ground when they hit the wall. And luckily Tekken has a big handful of those. Let's start with the common mistake that Fakumrams make. The common mistake all Fakumrams make. Same thing with Julia. They get their launch and then they autopilot. I don't know why that whiffs sometimes. They autopilot, the tailspin is right there. I can't get a proper wall combo because they're so excited to have gotten their launcher, they just want to regurgitate the combos. But you shouldn't do that. Let's see. Oh man, I messed it up. I'm messing up such basic things. Let's just see the damage. That is 71 damage. My autopilot combo. If I just adjust one thing, and I use back one. Okay, Ganryu is a bit big. Why did I choose Ganryu for this? It should still work though. Yeah, I use back one. And then I get my wall splat, then I can get my wall combo. Let's just do a damage comparison. Let's use this as the wall combo. Nice and simple. 87 damage. From 71 autopilot to 87. That's 16 extra points. Just because it changed one thing. Just one small thing. And it gets even more from there. What if I tailspin even earlier? $91 points of damage. From 71 to 91, that's 20 extra points. What am I getting at that I haven't already said? Adjust your wall combos based on the wall, your wall carry combos. But you need to know what to use and when. I have multiple options to carry him to the wall that way. I can use what I used before, forward 2-1. This is one of the best, this is the best type of WallCarry in the game. Sends them up, sends them forward, and sends them spinning. Anytime they are spinning, they stick to the wall for some reason. I don't know why. Let me showcase this properly. I don't know why this happens, but if you send them spinning like that, they just stick to the wall. I don't get it, but that's what happens. And it carries over to wall combos as well. It carries over to normal combos as well. The second best type of WallCarry is this one that flips them in that manner. It's like a pancake. Because remember what we said about the legs being up in the air? How do I show this? You see how high his leg is going? You see how high up his leg is? That means I'm gonna get a nice and sticky wall splat, because his legs are very high up. His head doesn't have to be that high up, but as long as he's past a certain line, I'm gonna get a proper wall splat. So these moves, even this does the same. That flip animation, one of the best for WallCarry. Absolute best. Excuse me. We have other types of not so good WallCarry, but we can make them work. For example, moves that knock your opponent forward. How do I show this? Moves that knock your opponent directly to the wall. We don't want that because they're falling in a downward trajectory. They're going down like this. So they hit the wall very low. Very low. But there is a way to make that work for you. I'm sure you guys have noticed by now, but every time you hit your opponent, they go up before they come down. So I'll jab him, he goes up then down, up then down. It's like he's going like that. Something like that. Because of this, if I do 2 hits, he goes up, and before he starts going down, I've sent him up again. He ends up going higher. It goes like tap tap, like that. If I do 3 hits, it's the same. He just keeps going up. The more you hit him before they start landing, the higher they get. So that's how you use, if you want to WallCarry with a move that knocks them backward, make sure it's tied to, it's very close to a move that will hit them up first, and then you'll get the move you want. For example, forward 2-1. Forward 2-1 knocks them backwards, but as you can see, there's such a small gap between forward 2 and 1 that he's going up like that. Oh, sorry. He's going up like that, and then he's gonna end up hitting the wall from somewhere higher than somewhere lower, which is what makes such moves applicable for WallCarry. I've gotten a proper wall splat there where normally I wouldn't have. So there's those 3 types. There's another one. Let me just mention it. We all know Falconrum's Hell Sweep by now. There's this type of spinning. Usually that type of spinning, like it's much slower than this one. This one they're spinning rapidly and very high. But this one it's a bit slower. Usually that one doesn't give you a proper wall splat. But because of what I've just mentioned, there is a move that directly preceded it, that hit him up a bit, and then the move connected. He ends up going higher than normal. He's going up and then he's hit again up, which is why that move gives a proper wall splat most of the time. That animation usually doesn't. It usually doesn't. Now, the final thing, the final thing, and the actual final thing. Actually, this isn't the final thing. I've just remembered there's something else. I just didn't write it down. Yeah, there's multiple WallCarry options for every character. you have to be aware of where the wall is and which one has the best wall carry. For example, this one sends them very far backwards. That has good wall carry. I can rely on that. But something like back one, it just hits them up. It hits them more up than forward. So you'd want to use that one when you're a bit closer to the wall, such stuff. Unless your combo has many hits where now everything is just flinging them far away. And camera is here. Flinging them far away. Then that's when you'd use such moves that flip in that animation. But most of the times, like, you need a close wall carry move, a medium wall carry move, a far wall carry move, and a very far wall carry move. Moves with these animations are good for close wall carry. In fact, even like at the wall, even when we're that close, that will Wallsplats. But that's because he's already a bit high up. But yeah, moves of that nature are good for when you're close to the wall. When you're a bit further to the wall, you'd want something like, not forward to one, something simple like that. It's like, why did that whiff? Surely that's too close. Something like that. It's just you just politely pushing them just to land gently on the wall so that you get a proper wall splat. You don't need to hit them so hard against it. When you're a bit further, that's where now moves like this come into play. Those ones that just send them flying. Then you want such stuff. Oh, that was another spin animation that I didn't cover. Just whenever they spin, they just stick to the wall most of the time. And then now when you're very far, you can use your moves with like far wall carry like that. Hey, he barely ran. How do he tackle me from that short distance? That's when you can use such moves, but this only work when you're very far. When you're like this close, look at that, just whiffs. You're not gonna get a wall splat. You're not gonna get anything. And last but not least, for this segment, you have the moves where they don't. That doesn't work on gun. Yeah. You know you're not gonna hit the wall, but you want to get them as close to the wall as possible. So you use the moves that just fling them. You're not expecting wall carry, so you're not gonna do anything with a good wall carry. You just fling them to the wall if you want that max wall travel. For example, Paul's Death Fist. That one's perfect for that. You know you're not gonna hit the wall, so just Death Fist them. They roll to the wall, you run. You're going to the wall that way. Okay. Now we're officially on the last part of optimizing combos, and this is like the most important one that people need to start doing. This Wallsplats, where they fall down forwards, it allows you to do a lot more than just your standard wall combo. That gives me 45 damage. But if I were to do this and let's say sidestep and then they hit the wall again, now I'm doing 54 damage. That's 9 extra points of damage for free. All I had to do was just see that I could, you know, get an extra wall splat, because they fall forwards and then they create this distance between them and the wall, which allows you to wall carry them again. You can't take advantage of this with every wall splat though. Some wall splats leave you in such a way that there's nothing much you can do, because you're just so close. Like, excuse me, Fakumram and Ganryu, there's like no distance between the two of them and the wall. Nothing much you can do. What I want people to do is to find out the wall splats that do allow you to take advantage of that extra space. Fakumram has a couple. Especially since he's a very tall man, he can wall splat you from like here with something like that. And then look where he is and where Ganryu is. There's so much space to work with. I can just backdash into back one. I don't need to sidestep. I just backdash into back 1. Super simple. Same with back 3. I'm Wallsplatting them from so far. There's so much space that I get that extra chance of WallCarry. Will this work? This one, it doesn't leave me as far as I would want, but it should work, maybe at tip range. But yeah, such moves. There's also like a string like this. Somehow Falconram creates his own space. Even though I was splatted him from very close, he sort of pushes himself back, meaning I can always get a backdash back 1. Even if I was like right next to him when I was wall splatting him, he pushes himself back. And that's what I want people to start capitalizing on. There's so many wall splats of this nature in the game that it's so easy to just squeeze out that extra damage. Just squeeze out as much damage as you can. Otherwise, if I just do back 1 into wall combo, I've thrown away so much free damage. So much free damage. The final note. The absolute final note. When you get a wall splat and then you try and sidestep into a combo, on most occasions that combo is not going to be more damage than your wall combo. Falconram is just special, but I messed up the combo. Let's see if I can get it. Oh my goodness. Nope. Come on, Michael. Michael. It's not hard. $60 damage. I got 60 damage there. If I were to do my standard wall combo, what's his max damage wall combo? 61 damage. I had done a back 1 combo and then I compared it to a back 3 combo. But if we were to compare the back 1 combos, for example, I was talking about how when we try and get a full combo, we don't get as much damage. I'm messing it up still. We don't get as much damage unless we're sure we're gonna hit the wall. Michael. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, bear with me. This is for science. Oh my goodness. Where's my head? I really didn't want to edit this so much. That's 60, yeah? I tried to convert it into a full combo and only got 60 damage. But if I did back 1 into a simple back 1, if this will work, as a re-wall splat, 63 damage. I get more damage during a wall combo situation than an open ground situation, unless I'm getting guaranteed hits, unless I'm involving a rage art, or unless I'm getting good Okizeme from it. So yeah, that was just a small edit. So on most occasions, trying to get a full combo from a wall splat won't get you more damage unless you're going to hit another wall into another wall combo, or if you want to use a rage art, or if you want Okizeme. Those 3 things. If I'm sure I'm gonna hit the wall again, let's see if this will work. Will I hit the wall? Okay, if I'm sure I'm gonna hit the wall and get now another wall combo, that's a plus. If I have rage and I want to do my rage art, before I would just do back 1 into rage art. Wow, what a misinput. What a misinput. Now I know Falconram has a really busted rage drive, so let's just pretend this is a standard character with a standard rage art. 59 damage. But if I were to get that extra tailspin, I've already done 50 damage, and then now I'm adding a rage art on top. 71 damage of converting your wall splat into a normal combo. And then of course if I want Oki, what load does this man have for Oki? Anyway, I'll wait. Might as well. We're here and we're done. Anyway, if I want Oki, that would be a good thing. So yes, don't always be eager. I see most people are very eager to convert their Wallsplats into full combos. Most of the time you're giving away damage by doing that, unless I'm sure I'm gonna hit the wall again, or I'm gonna use a rage art. But yes, that is it for today. That's all I wanted to talk about. If anyone has any questions. Hey Iggy, what's up? Yes, I'm just wrapping up. Yeah, that's it about maximizing your combos. Please, let's see some proper optimization. I don't like seeing combos. I don't like seeing damage going to waste. I really don't. Especially if it's free damage. This is free damage. Back one into sidestep back one is free damage. I don't need to be told to do that. No, I'm messing it up there. But okay, something like this. Into that resplat is free. If I got it. Anyway. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Say hi to everyone. Yes, it could very well be its own segment, but I'll just squeeze it in here. Make sure you know your character specific combos. Don't be too content with just the basic stuff. And I'm not just talking bears and jack and gigas, even though those ones are important to know as well. There are some combos that work on specific characters. Usually it's like a group, especially of like the taller men. They have their own group of combos that work on them. And then we have the super large group of like bears, jack, gigas, blah blah blah. Now the taller men include Paul, Miguel, Dragunov, Claudio. Well, since we have Paul on screen, let's use him. Remember we said that after a wall splat, we thought this was our max damage, 51, because this other one only gives us 50. But on tall men, we get 1, 2 into this with no need of a delay. It gives us 52 damage. Now that's still just 1 point of damage, but that 1 point is still very important, especially if it's free. I mean, I've lost nothing. I haven't sacrificed anything, I haven't compromised anything. It's free damage. Take it. Take it. Here it does 56. If I do the normal one, 55. 1 point, but it's still free. Very free damage. Why not? Why are you refusing damage? No reason. Let me give you another example of free damage. Julia-chan. Ah, excuse me. This is too close. Other examples of free damage. Julia's BNB wall combo is basically that with the delay. Mountain Crusher, 53 damage. But what we can do is we can add a jab, and then we won't need to delay. We get 1 point of free damage. It's free damage. The combo becomes easier. Why not? But against Fakumram and above, we can get Party Crusher, jab into Mountain Crusher, 57 damage. I have compromised 0. I have risked nothing. I have sacrificed nothing. All I've gotten is free damage, and all I needed was to know that. It's not easy to know which combos work on which characters, and I'm gonna link a video of a channel that goes through all your characters' wall combos for you. You don't have to find out yourself the hard way. There's a channel for that now. So yes, don't let damage go to waste because you're okay being ignorant, because that's what that is. It's ignorance. There's no nicer way of putting it. It may not be your fault, but it's still ignorance. Take this free damage. It's yours. It's yours. Your opponent picked a big character. Too bad for him. Make him regret that decision. Because if you pick Jack, Paul is not going to think twice about using that Death Fist on the wall. No. It's free damage. Free damage. Take your free damage. I will say it one more time. Free of charge damage. Please. Take it. It's yours. Thank you.